What's going on YouTube? It's like 4 o'clock in the morning and we're in Junction, Texas, in the middle of nowhere. Just got fuel sitting on my 30. So I wanted to address a few things because some people put some comments up and I wanted to answer some questions. I kind of typed some things about it, but let's get right to it. Talking about Prime's training versus other companies like he said Maverick, TMC. You could even include like, I know KLM's program, what they do. So I'll talk kind of more about those. With Prime, the reason I said that I chose Prime, because that's what you asked, why did I choose Prime? I chose Prime because one, it gets you on the road quicker. Let's say you go to truck school, and not to take away from the quality of education that you think you'd get at a truck school, because that's cool, that's what you want. But if you go to a truck school, it's more formal trucky, well not trucky, excuse me, more formal classroom. Like you're gonna sit down in a class probably, they're gonna go over some PowerPoints, some slides, go over some things, and probably take you out to do like practical exercises. That's cool. If that's the way you wanna learn and you wanna spend money or finance money and be in debt for that. Or you can go do it, I didn't do it because I got my seat up to the military, but people, you can go to Prime, let's say Prime, or you can go to KLM or wherever you want, but I'm gonna talk about Prime, what they do, why I like Prime. Prime lets you come. They were doing the thing about the permit, but apparently Missouri changed the law. But you come, basically, it's a week of orientation. You come on a Sunday, you get there on Sunday, starts on Monday morning, and then they give you like basically 3 to 4 days to get your permit. And like during that week, they do physicals and other stuff like that and finish you up. But by the end of that week, you also have been doing a simulator that's been like getting down the muscle memory of how to shift. There's no real truck yet, it's just a simulator. So like you're driving a truck, they teach you how to shift, they teach the shift pattern and the basics of double clutching, right? So that way when you get to where your instructor part, where you're actually driving, it's easier. They don't have to instill those things in you, like keeping your head up while you're shifting, so you're not staring at the diagram trying to figure out where the gears are and hit somebody on the road, you know? Because all that stuff's important. But I mean, it's kind of safer. Some schools don't have simulators. Not that a simulator is like the all-in be-all thing of learning how to drive a truck, because it's not. Most people haven't learned in a simulator. It's a really new technology, but it does help, okay? So they do the simulator, and pretty much Thursday or Friday, if you get a trainer, that trainer's gonna come get you, and it's one-on-one instruction. When you go to a school, it's usually, I'm gonna say on low end, 10 to 15 people per person. Like you're gonna be in a truck, maybe they'll put you in a truck like 5 other people, and you'll drive around the block, they'll switch, drive around the block, switch, and you'll keep going like that until you get the required time. Prime, they do one-on-one, so it's one PSD instructor, primary student driver instructor is what they do, it's called PSD, and you be with that one person for 2 to 3 weeks, depending on your level of comfort, all right? They pick you up, they take you to the training pad, which is the same as any school. It's set up just like the state, and they kind of go over backing with you and kind of take you around and let you in a safe area start shifting an actual truck, because it is a tad bit different when you're shifting an actual truck. The simulator gives a lot more than a truck will. A truck will just like grind on you, you know, if you don't have the RPMs right, because you have to match RPM with road speed with the appropriate gear. Unlike cars, trucks are way different than cars. If you know how to drive a car and stick, throw it out the window, that's not going to be the same thing. All right, if my words sound crazy, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I got 3 more hours to drive. We're doing my 30 right now, 30-minute break. But that's going to the hours of service, and we're not going to talk about that. But back to what we were talking about. So you do that, take you out in the parking lot in the safe area on their pad and teach you. And then they kind of, once they feel comfortable that you kind of know what you're doing, that instructor is going to take you out in the city of Springfield to start driving in some traffic. All right, and then take you out on the highway to kind of get you up to a higher gear. And once they feel comfortable that you know what you're doing, they're gonna say, hey, dispatch, set us up with a load. If he doesn't have one already, he probably has one already, it depends. So once you guys get loaded, you guys are gonna go out, he's gonna sit in the passenger seat while you drive, and he's gonna observe you. It might be a period where he drives, but primarily you're going to be the driver, and he's going to sit in the passenger seat. The truck won't move if he's not in the passenger seat, so you don't have to worry like, oh my god, I'm freaking out, I just learned how to drive a truck today and I got to take a load to here. It's not that serious. He'll be there with you to help you out, coach you along the way, show you what you're doing wrong. Also, if he's a good instructor, he'll be quizzing you to help you pass your test. And unlike a school, 24/7 you have access to a truck. So like when you guys are done, if you want to go practice pre-trip for the test, you can go out and say, hey, I'm going to do a post-trip, pre-trip. go out and knock it out. You know, you actually have that there in your off time, versus you go from a school, you're going to go home, you don't have that extra study time or that subject matter expert, that PSD instructor that's going to sit and go through things with you and critique you. Is what he should be doing. That's his job. All right, his job is to help you out, and he's going to want to help you out because he makes money if you succeed at Prime. So think about those things. You know, those are the big point of that is, for me, is the ratio of learning and the method of learning. Most people that want to drive trucks, I mean, that's not everybody, but most people are hands-on learners. If you're a hands-on learner, the Prime program's a great program. Even if you're not, it gets you in a truck quicker, gets you making money quicker. During the PSD portion, Prime gives you a $200 advance where you have to pay it back, but they give you $200 a week to help you kind of cover your food costs on the road. Whereas other companies, when you go into a school, sorry about you, even their schools like KLM, they don't give you anything for the 2 to 3 weeks that you're there. They give you money for orientation at the end of it, but while you're going through it, they're not going to give you anything. They'll put you in a hotel, that's about it. So those are some things to think about, like, and in the long run, you want to look at the pay. Like Prime, once you actually get out and you get your license, they guarantee you, I think it's like the first week is like $600, and then every week after that up to your 30,000 mile requirement is $700. You can make over that if you go over 5,000 miles with your trainer, which we're on right now. Like this week is going to finish off because they go in on Tuesday. The weeks, we got a 7,000 mile week this week. So it actually just worked out that way. This is actually the highest miles that we've gotten. It's usually been around like 5,000, 5,500. But with that being said, those are my reasons why I like Prime personally over some of the other companies. I did get accepted at TMC and some other places. I didn't go to them. I chose Prime. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just look at what's appropriate for you. Which way do you want to learn? You know, some people have families, they don't want to go on the road while they're getting their CDL. That's your choice, you know. You'll come out better. All you is, once you get your CDL, if you go to a school and you're like, oh, well, I don't want to pay back debt, you know. Once you get your first job, you get your CDL in your hand, and you go start applying for jobs. A lot of people aren't going to hire you because you don't have DOT experience. So you're going to wind up working for a training company anyway. You could have saved the financial burden that you did in the first part and went out and got it done a lot quicker and already had a job. So there's no gap between the point where you go to school and the point where you start working, because it's all the same. It just flows right on down the road with you. So you have to look at what's appropriate for you in your life. Like I said, if you have a family, if you want to stay home doing your training, you want to go to a school, that's your choice. I think it's better to just get it done, knocked out, go away. You'll be gone for 2 or 3 months, get it done, and you can come back and then get your home time, and then you can start becoming a regularly going out and getting your home time so you can come home and see your family. You got to make that initial sacrifice though. It is what it is. Jay the Flatbedder out.